So we also got some more leaked news about Ahsoka Season 2. And this involves one of my favorite characters and one of Star Wars' favorite characters of all time, Anakin Skywalker. And for the first time in my entire life, I think I'm pretty conflicted when it comes to this news because obviously more Anakin Skywalker's always going to be good. And I'm honestly very, very glad that he's going to be part of Ahsoka Season 2 and also seems to be a big pivotal point going forward in Star Wars mythos. But supposedly a couple days ago, they just finished a big fight between Baylan Skoll and Anakin Skywalker. Now, there is a bit of controversy behind this because if you think about it in this certain way, it could just be a flashback to Order 66, or maybe even a time before that, because as we all know, Baylan Skoll was actually a part of the Clone Wars. And this is exactly how he knew who Anakin Skywalker was and exactly who Ahsoka Tano was. But how I hope this fight is handled, I hope it's handled in the World Between Worlds. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really all that big of a fan or proponent of the World Between Worlds, to be honest. But that's a topic for another video. Hopefully in this fight, nobody dies. I honestly hope nobody dies if it is handled after Order 66 or it's not just a flashback. If it's handled after Order 66 and it's handled during this time, like in the World Between Worlds or something along those lines, hopefully it's handled in a way that nobody dies, it's just a random one-off fight that just kind of takes place because honestly, if somebody does die, if there's some major consequence behind it, that kind of cheapens death. It cheapens the duality between life and death. And what I mean by that are where are the stakes, because what if everybody could just come back from being dead, or what if everybody just wasn't truly dead? That kind of cheapens it a little bit. It cheapens the impact of what Anakin Skywalker did. It also cheapens the impact of him coming back as Darth Vader and also bringing balance to the Force and killing off the Emperor once and for all. We know what he is now. We know that he's essentially the balance of the Force. He's essentially playing the role of the father within the Force, within the wills of the Force now. But if Anakin Skywalker does somehow come back to life, I mean, yes, we've had Palpatine come back to life, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we liked it. And also in this situation, I'm not going to necessarily like if Anakin Skywalker is able to just will himself back to life between the World Between Worlds. I would like for him to stay in the exact role that he has right now. And right now, what he represents is perfect balance in the Force. He represents the dark and the light simultaneously. He's able to do that because of what he went through during his life, and he actually did bring perfect balance to the Force. I also believe this is why Baylan Skoll is out doing what he's doing and looking for this power, because this is something that Baylan Skoll wants to achieve himself. But anyway, back to the fight that was apparently filmed for Baylan Skoll versus Anakin Skywalker. Hopefully it doesn't go that way for Baylan Skoll as well. I don't want his character to die off to Anakin Skywalker fighting him or vice versa. I just don't think that should happen because it just cheapens death. Anakin Skywalker is dead. He's a character who's no longer living. He is now part of the Force, and that should be his main role. And the same thing for Baylan Skoll. Baylan Skoll, if he's going to look after this, he can't die to Anakin Skywalker either. And that is because Baylan is alive. He's a living, breathing character at this exact moment. If anything, he should just go to Anakin Skywalker for advice or anything along those lines to try to figure out what he has to do next within the Force. And I understand that other series have done this as well, like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball does this all the time by wishing people back with the Dragon Balls, and I also don't like it within Dragon Ball. I mean, of course, there's a process they have to go through in order to revive someone within Dragon Ball, but I just don't like the process or the prospect of everybody being able to come back no matter what. But with all this being said, this is just one aspect I don't really like about Ahsoka Season 2 so far that I've at least heard from. I'm still super excited to hear that Baylan Skoll and Anakin Skywalker will essentially have a huge role coming up in Ahsoka Season 2. I'm extremely glad about that, and I'm extremely glad of the direction that Star Wars is going, at least with the aspect of these two characters, because Baylan Skoll, in my opinion, is one of the best characters that Disney Star Wars has ever added. And the same goes for Shin Hati. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. May the Force be with you guys, and as always, have a great rest of your day.
You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.